Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a doubleheader post-fight of UFC 258 and a pre-fight for Fight Night Blades versus Lewis. So, got a lot to cover and make this a quick and fun episode. So, to kick things off, let's do a post-fight of UFC 258 to kick off the main card. We had a middleweight clash with Julian Marquez versus Maki Pitolo, and it was a barn burner fight of the night as far as I'm concerned. Julian Marquez won submission anaconda choke round 3 with 43 seconds left in the fight, and yeah, it was an amazing fight. On the edge of my seat, is Julian going to go for the finish and after losing the first 2 rounds or whatnot? But he did it. Amazing fight. Then in the featherweight division, we had Ricky Simone versus Brian Kelleher. Ricky Simone, I'm used to seeing him in bantamweight, so this was interesting matchup. See how he would pan out at featherweight. I guess he's going to stick to bantamweight, but this is a one-off fight for featherweight. Yeah, Ricky Simone blew it out of the water, used the wrestling just like I thought he would, and won unanimous decision. Then in the middleweight division, we had Kelvin Gastelum defeat Ian Heinisch. Win unanimous decision. The takedowns were real key, and using the strikes to set up the takedowns is very good on Kelvin Gastelum's part. Looked amazing, and I think you could say Ian Heinisch won round 3 maybe, but yeah, clearly a win for Kelvin Gastelum, much needed win as well. Then in the women's flyweight division, we had Alexa Grasso defeat Macy Barber, unanimous decision, just outstruck her. Yeah, Alexa just was able to use the reach and the distance very well, and Macy Barber wasn't able to close the distance and really get some good grappling involved. Alexa Grasso won 29-28 cross-board unanimous decision. Then in the welterweight division for the UFC welterweight title, we had Kamaru Usman, champion, defeat Gilbert Burns, TKO punches, round 3. Yeah, and the jab was the key factor here, and Kamaru Usman looked amazing, and I think he is one of the greatest welterweights of all time. And yeah, Gilbert Burns was just the guy who was the next in line for the title shot, and a lot of people can hate on this fight, but this fight made total sense, and it is what it is, and a lot of people figured Kamaru would come out on top, and he did. And I kept saying to everyone that this pay-per-view, it was all about the main card more so than the main event. The main card was just star-studded, great matchups galore, and the main event made sense, but it is what it is. Anyways, now we move on to UFC Fight Night Blades versus Lewis heavyweight clash. To kick off the main card, we have Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky versus Tom Aspinall. And I'm going to go with Tom Aspinall, first round knockout. I think this guy is the real deal. And Andre, as much as I love him, got lucky on that judge's scorecard in his last victory, I believe it was. Then also in the main card we have in the middleweight division we have Phil Hawes versus Nasruddin Imavov. I think I said that right. Hopefully I didn't butcher the name. Anyways, I'm going to go with Phil Hawes here. I think the wrestling is going to be key. Both these guys have great records going into it, 9-2, I believe, going into the fight for both of these guys. But I think Phil Hawes, the wrestling is going to be the big thing for Phil Hawes, and I think he gets it done, unanimous decision. Then, in going back to the heavyweight division, we have Alexei Oleinik versus Chris Daukaus. I'm going to go with Chris Daukaus here. I'll say second round knockout. I think Alexei Oleinik has taken a lot of damage. He's had so many fights and battles over the years. Chris Daukaus, young up and coming heavyweight. Gets it done, second round knockout. Then in the I believe it is. Let's see here. Yeah, featherweight division. We have Charles Rosa versus Derek Minor. I'm going to go to Charles Rosa here by unanimous decision. I think his grappling is going to be the key here, and he gets it done. Unanimous decision, gets dominant positions. Then in the co-main event, we have Caitlin Vieira versus Yana Kunitskaya. I'm going to go with Caitlin Vieira here. With ease, I think second round submission. I think she's the real deal, and I think yeah, this is going to be at a catch weight at 138, and I think that she is yeah, she's going to be a contender at bantamweight down the line. Then in the main event in the heavyweight division, we have Curtis Blades versus Derek Lewis. I'm going to go with Curtis Blades here. I think he's going to try to take down Derek Lewis, but I think you know, Derek Lewis takedown defense gotten a lot better since then, but I think it's going to keep Derek Lewis second guessing, and he's going to eventually knock out Derek Lewis. And so I got Curtis Blades, I'll say second round knockout. There you go. There's my predictions for this card, and until then, stay tuned for my post-fight show. Until then, see ya.